The World That Lost One. Prologue. Part 3. The square erupted into chaos. "Run," the boy said, already moving. "To the Stain Gate." He broke away as the others charged. The master reacted at once. He raised 2 fingers to his nose. The talismans on the zombies' foreheads flickered. The bodies turned. The first collision came quickly. A child struck a zombie from the side, using speed rather than force. The blow landed. The zombie did not slow. It answered with a heavy swing that sent the child stumbling back. Another rushed in behind, trying to pull it down with his weight. The body did not yield. It twisted, caught him, and drove him into the stone. He went still. The last-in-line boy did not run straight for the gate. He curved wide, keeping distance from the cluster of zombies. He slowed as he neared the gate. 2 zombies stood guard. He could not face them directly. He waited. Others would reach them first, draw their attention. He watched for a gap. He believed that once inside the stain, pursuit would be difficult. The alleys and streets favored him. He only needed to get through. A girl veered left, then right, pulling one zombie offline. She slipped past and reached the gate. The 2 guarding zombies did not move. Then the master cast another spell. The talismans reacted. The 2 turned toward her at once. The boy recognized the pattern. "The paper on their faces," he shouted. "Take it off!" The girl ducked under a swing and reached upward instead of striking. Her fingers tore at the talisman. It came loose. The zombie collapsed where it stood, a corpse without function. The square shifted. Another child tried the same. He reached too late. The zombie struck first. He fell and did not move again. 2 children closed on one zombie together. One drew its attention. The other tore. The talisman came free. The body dropped. Another child reached the gate and joined the girl against the last guard. The last-in-line boy saw the opening. He moved. 3 strides remained between him and the gate. The master closed his eyes and drew a breath. Then he moved. He crossed the square in a few strides, his feet barely touching the ground. He struck. The force passed through a body and threw it backward. The master reached the gate at once. He placed his hands against the 2 bodies. The force carried outward. The children were driven back and fell hard. The master turned. His attention settled on the boy. The boy knew the opening was gone. There was no measure between them. He raised his hands and knelt. The fighting ended unevenly. The square returned to its shape. "My heavens," the priest said. "What has happened?" He rose from behind the table, where he had remained untouched. "In 30 years of service, I have never seen such a horrible disruption in a ritual. Those stained children are so evil." He turned toward the master. "Thanks to you, master, the chaos ended quickly." "No, your grace," the master replied. "There is still one matter to address." He stepped forward, placing himself between Joon and the Stain Gate. Earlier, after Joon was assigned the water element, he hesitated only briefly. The thought of a different life crossed his mind, then passed. He was stain-born, as his father had been, and his father before him. In the stain, there was a convention for making officials. A child returned from the ritual would be raised into service. Joon's grandfather had been a mid-level official, and the post had later passed to Joon's father. Because of that, their life had been easier than most. There was food on the table. Their clothes held through the season. The roof did not leak over their beds. Of course, it was nothing beside what the Sanctum could offer. But Joon knew the shape of the choice, its cost, and its warmth, and his younger sister was counting on him to come back. He had already begun walking toward the Stain Gate when the last-in-line boy spoke. Joon stopped and listened. After that, the square moved faster than thought. Children ran. Zombies fell. The master crossed the distance like a blade. Joon retreated, keeping clear as the fighting spread. When the rebel was brought down, Joon started again for the stain gate. Then the master stepped into his path. "What are you doing?" the priest said sharply. "Let him go." "He saw," the master replied. "So did others," the priest said. "The others are being sent to the pits," the master said. "They won't matter." "He chose the stain," the priest said. "No one cares about a kid who chooses blood over the crown either." "That makes it easier, isn't it?" the master added. He saw how the table works, the kingdom's most guarded secret, the one we protect with our lives. Words will travel. A stained land is not as sealed as a pit. "Then send him to a pit," the priest urged. "No words travel out of a pit." "And when his record is reviewed?" the master questioned. "When someone notices a water child was sent there by mistake?" "Yes. People will notice a divine water child missing. If you—" The priest stopped. The rest of the words were forbidden. "There was a riot," the master replied. "Those children challenged the crown. He was counted among them and fell in the fight." He held the priest's gaze. "It is either him or us. And you know what follows if this spreads. Not only for us." He paused. "For your entire household as well, Your Grace. Think of your daughter." The priest fell silent and turned his head away. The master stepped toward Joon. Joon stepped back, shaking his head. "Please," he said. "I won't say anything. I swear. I have a family. They're waiting for me. Please." The last-in-line boy who had started the revolt watched every word. The master's body blocked his view. It happened too quickly for Joon to cry out. The square was quiet again. The boy's stomach tightened. The thought came unbidden. If he had not begun the riot, Joon would still be alive. End of episode 3. A failed escape, a dead witness, and a secret still hidden beneath the ritual. What will happen to the children sent to the pits? Why can no words return from there? And why has the kingdom lied about the elements so carefully that even one child seeing the truth is enough to die?